What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&D Sports Talk. In this episode, I am going to be talking about reacting to NFL Week 6. There were a lot of good games this week. My predictions were pretty good. Out of all the games Sunday, I only got two wrong. I picked the 49ers over the Bucks, and I picked the Lions over the Chiefs. But this was a good week of football, especially Panthers winning. But it was a good week of football for the most part. Some good games, close games, and also some bloopers. We're going to talk about all of it. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you check out our TikTok, Twitch, and subscribe. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, so the first game we're going to look at, and I'm telling you, this is not going to be a long look because this was a terrible game. You know what? They don't even deserve to be talked about. Broncos beat the Jets. It was ugly. Moving on, we got the Rams and the Ravens. The Rams beat the Ravens 17-3. Ravens, I think they need a change. I think they need a new voice, new leader. I would like to see them move on from Harbaugh. He'll obviously get hired elsewhere. Stafford, 181. Rough day to really get going for the Rams offense, but they still scored and won. 13 carries, 50 yards, a touchdown for Kyren Williams. Tyler Higbee, 4 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown. He had a productive day. Devontae Adams right behind him. Unfortunately, Puka Nacua got hurt. He might be out a game or two. Nate Landman continuing to have a good season in terms of tackles. And Quentin Lake got a pick. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they bench Cooper Rush, 11 for 19, 72 yards, and he threw a pick. Huntley threw 68 yards. The Ravens' offensive line was really bad in this game, but Derrick Henry did good. 24 carries, 122. Zay Flowers, 6 catches, 46. Defensively, how many sacks did the Rams get? They got 2. Byron Young, 1 got verse 3, 4. They got about 4 or 5 sacks. And then Baltimore, they got no picks or anything like that. But this was a one-sided game. Rams beat the Ravens. I predicted this one right. I also predicted my Panthers beating the Cowboys. That was a good game. That was a fun one to watch. I really enjoyed it. Great job to my team. We are now 3-3. First time we have a winning record since 2021. Hey, I'm not going to get too ahead of my horses, but we might, if we keep doing what we're doing, we might be able to sneak in that 7th seed. But Dak Prescott continuing to play like an MVP. 261, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. Dallas's rushing game was so weak. George Pickens had a really good day, though. We couldn't stop him. 9 catches, 168, and a touchdown. Ferguson also caught one, and Luke Beakey caught one. I don't know if I said that name right. I'm sorry if I didn't. Donovan Wilson had an interception, but that wasn't Bryce's fault. And then meanwhile for Carolina, Bryce Young, 17 for 25, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns to a pick, 114 rating. Rico Dowdle, another great game. 30 carries, 183 yards, 6 yards a carry. He caught a touchdown, 4 catches, 56. Tommy Tremble, 439. Tedero McMillan had 2 tuds. Defensively for the Panthers, we didn't allow a lot on the run, but the pass we got lit up. This was a really good game for my team. I'm really happy with how we played. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if the Carolina Panthers split Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle, keep both of them healthy and effective, and we play smash mouth football, punch somebody in the mouth, and we run the ball 8-9 minutes, have the ball 8-9 minutes a quarter, keep opposing passing offenses off the field, don't allow them to run the ball. Well, we're doing good against the run, but let me restart what I'm saying. When we get Chuba back, if we continue to play smash mouth football, we have Chuba and Rico. They each get about 20 carries a game to keep them healthy and effective. And we keep the ball 8-9 minutes a quarter and play solid defense and have Bryce Young throw the ball 20-25 times and give T-Mac some targets and the rest of the receivers some targets. We are going to win games. If that's our identity, that's our formula, that's what we should go by. And if we do that identity, we will have a chance to win a lot more games. I'm confident in my team. I hope we go by that and keep pounding. Next up, we have the Colts and the Cardinals. Colts won 31-27. This seemed like a close one. Jacoby Brissett, 322 touchdowns and a pick. I didn't watch the game. Maybe Arizona gives them another start. Probably not, but we'll see. Knight ran one in. Ugly rushing day for Arizona. Zay Jones caught 5 passes on 79 yards. Trey McBride caught a touchdown. Greg Dortch caught a touchdown. Defensively, Mac Wilson had a pick. And Daniel Jones had yet another solid game. 212, 2 touchdowns, 22 for 30. Jonathan Taylor is popping off. One of the best running backs in football. 21 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. Daniel Jones, also elusive runner, ran one in. And Tyler Warren, I told you guys about him in the preseason. He's going to be really, really good. He's last year's Brock Bowers. 6 catches, 63. Josh Downs also caught a touchdown, who's underrated. And then Mekhi Blackman had a pick. I'm rooting for the Colts, man. I hope they go far this year. They're a team that I like. I have a lot of respect for, and their fans are humble. Next up, we have Seattle and Jacksonville. Seattle got the win 20-12. Sam Darnold, 295, 2 touchdowns. Not much of a run game going for Seattle. They threw the ball a good amount. Jackson Smith-Njigba, one of the best receivers in football right now. 8 catches, 162 yards, and a touchdown. Cooper Kupp also caught one on 2 catches for 40 yards. Seattle had no picks. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne, 12 carries, 27. Not much going there. Tua only had 2 touches. Brian Thomas Jr. had a productive day. 8 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown. Tim Patrick, 1 catch, 26 yards, and a touchdown. And then defensively for the Jags, no picks. No forced fumbles. Let's see how many sacks they got if this phone falls one more time. Armstead had a sack. But this was a game between 2 above-average teams, and Seattle got the win. I predicted this one right. Seattle went on the road and beat the Jaguars. I still don't think the Jaguars are as good as people think they are. That's just my opinion, though. We have the Chargers getting a last-second win over the Dolphins. Chargers kind of got that back-on-track win, but it was led by Tua's 3 interceptions, 205 yards. Achane had a really good day, 16 carries, 128 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 6 catches, 95. Darren Waller had another touchdown. Excuse me. No picks for Miami. Justin Herbert, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns. Holy cow. Why is nobody talking about this performance? Kamani Vado. Wow. 18 carries, 124 yards. Ladd McConkey had a productive day. He's starting to find his rhythm. 7 catches, 100, and a touchdown. Vito also caught a touchdown. And then defensively, Derwin James had a pick. Tony Jefferson had a pick. And Benjamin St. Joseph had a pick. Good day for the Chargers, though. Obviously, I feel like they could have kept the Dolphins lower, but this is a good bounce back for the Chargers. They're a team that much needed one. Next up, we have the Browns and the Steelers. The Steelers 23-9 win over the Browns, improved to 4-1. Browns dropped to 1-5. Dylan Gabriel threw a lot of yards. Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 52 times? What are we doing, Cleveland? Run the ball. Why is he throwing the ball 52 times? What? 12 carries, 36 yards. Harold Fannin Jr. continuing to impress. I warned you guys about him in the preseason. 7 catches, 81. Defensively for Cleveland, no interceptions. Aaron Rodgers played another good game. 21 for 30, 235, 2 tuds. Jalen Warren, 11 carries, 52. DK Metcalf had another productive day. 4 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Darnell Washington, the big fella. How tall is he? 6'7". Very tall. And Connor Hayward caught the touchdown for Pittsburgh. And then defensively, no picks or anything like that. Next up, we have the Patriots getting the win over the Saints. And congratulations to the Patriots for beating my rival. Keep those Saints in the bottom of the division. They are 1-5, the worst team in the NFC. Patriots improved to 4-2. Drake May, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. No run game going. Kayshon Boutte, great game. 5 catches, 93 yards, 2 tuds. Demario Douglas caught a touchdown. Patriots defense, no picks. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, Spencer Rattler continuing to play solid, if you ask me. 227 yards, Kamara, I really want him to go to a new team at the deadline, man, but he won't. He wants to stay in New Orleans, but he needs to go to. He's 30 years old, bro. If he wants to win, he's got to go. And Keanu Miller is really young, and he can step up into that role. Chris Olave, 6 catches, 98. Defensively for New Orleans, Pete Warner had a sack. But Kamara is really like one of my favorite players in the league that's like on a division rival. I have a lot of respect for him, and I think he's a really good football player. But moving on. Moving on, we got the Tennessee Titans going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. This game was kind of whack between two bad teams, but Cam Ward, they're not using him right. Coach Callahan was actually just fired a little bit ago, so we'll have to see how Tennessee looks without him. I don't think they're going to be much better right away, but we will see. Cam Ward, 222, touchdown and a pick. Tony Pollard, 10 carries, 34. Van Jefferson led the team in receiving, 4 catches, 76. Martin Robinson caught a touchdown. Defensively, Tennessee had 1 pick, Cody Barton. And then for the Raiders, Geno, 17 for 23, 174, a touchdown and a pick. Ashton Genty, 23 carries, 75, and a touchdown. Trey Tucker, 5 catches, 70. Michael Mayer, 5 catches, 50, and a touchdown. Defensively for the Raiders, Deion White had an interception. And yeah, I still think they should bench Geno. Yeah, that's my opinion. Bucks and Niners. I think that I really wanted the Niners to win this game, but they didn't. Bucks are playing really good football, unfortunately. But Mac Jones, 347, 2 picks. McCaffrey ran one in. Kendrick Bourne, 5 catches, 142. He continues to impress. Christian McCaffrey is having a really good year, 7 catches, 57. Unfortunately, the Niners lost Fred Warner for likely the year, which is very sad. Hope he recovers. Baker Mayfield, 256, 17 for 23, 2 touchdowns. Rashad White, 17 carries, 65 touchdown yards, and 1 touchdown. Sean Tucker also had a touchdown. And Cameron Johnson, 4 catches, 64 and a touchdown. This Bucks receiving core is so deep, man, because Egbuka got hurt, Evans already out, Godwin's already out, and then Sterling Shepard, Cameron Johnson, and Tez Johnson step up. 1 catch, 45 yards, and a touchdown on the deep bomb. Defensively for the Bucks, Jamal Dean had an interception, Vildor had an interception, and yeah, so this game was close, back and forth, but Bucks ultimately kind of took the lead. Then they got a field goal late to seal the deal. I wish the Niners won, though, because the Bucks are in my division. Next up, we have the Packers and the Bengals. This seemed kind of like a... Packers are playing underwhelming, in my opinion. They're not playing as good as they did week 1, but we'll have to see how they progress. Cincinnati is looking for anything right now. Flacco threw the ball 45 times, 219, 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown, 42 yards on the ground. Jamar Chase had a good day, 10 catches, 94 and a touchdown. Tanner Hudson caught a touchdown. I will say about the Bengals is if they don't win games with Flacco, expect Chase to have a big day, though. He will get Chase the ball. Geno Stone had an interception for Cincy. And then for Green Bay, Jordan Love, 26 throws, 259 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Josh Jacobs, 18 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Matthew Golden, 3 catches, 86. Tucker Kraft, 2 catches, 43, and a touchdown. For the defense, they got no picks. Flacco took care of the ball. And then the final game of the day, we got the Chiefs and the Lions. Chiefs won 30-17, unfortunately. Jared Goff, 23 for 29, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs, 65 yards on the ground. Jameson Williams, 6 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Laporta, 5 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Defensively, no picks. After the game, Brian Branch, Juju Smith-Schuster started a brawl. We'll have to see what happens with that. Branch got blindsided early in the game. He didn't like that. He went to Juju to talk about it. Hit him in the face. Juju ran after him. Then a fight started. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I would expect Branch to get suspended for a game or 2, and Juju's going to get fined. But game-wise for the Chiefs, 257 yards, Mahomes, 3 touchdowns. He's playing really well this year. He also ran one in. Travis Kelce, 6 catches, 78. Marquise Brown, 2 touchdowns. Worthy caught a touchdown. And then defensively, no interceptions for the Chiefs, and they forced a fumble. But that is NFL Week 6. 2 Monday night games tonight. We'll talk about those tomorrow between the Bills and the Falcons. I think the Bills will win, and then the Commanders will win. We'll go 2 for 2 and end up only with 2 losses this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe. Check out our other accounts, TikTok and Twitch at J&E Sports Talk. And let me know. Comment down below. What was your favorite game from this week? Mine was obviously the Panthers win over the Cowboys. And I'll see you guys next episode. Peace.